right. My first YouTube live stream, and I'm going to do this for about 20 minutes. So if you're catching this as a replay, I appreciate you. I'm not sure if if you're going to catch this live, but let's see. Let's see if I could share it. Let me see here. Boom. I'm going to share this live with a few people. Okay, so I want to talk about AI. I was on a phone call with an AI expert for over an hour today, and I could tell you that I wasn't impressed. I had spent, I think it was $200 to be in this AI consultation call. And apparently, I'm not gonna say his name because I just don't think he's that good. But apparently, this guy is one of the number one AI experts for entrepreneurs, and I just wasn't impressed. I think what happens is people who are not successful, business owners or entrepreneurs who are not successful, they look at AI as their ticket to becoming wealthy, their ticket to speeding up the process and going from I don't know what I'm doing to I'm this successful business owner with an income stream that is multiplying by 10 on a daily basis. I think the expectation that people have with AI is beyond the expectation they should have. And so the fundamentals, I believe, if anyone who's watching this wants to use AI to start and grow a business, is you have number one, you have to understand you need to understand the fundamentals yourself. What business are you in? Who are you serving? What core products are you going to offer? And use AI to give you the ingredients. I can't walk into a kitchen and be like, hey, AI, just tell me what to cook. I need to say, this is what I want to cook. This is what I want it to taste like. And I want it to be these amount of calories. And I want it to be low carb. And you feed AI what you want, and it feeds you back the missing parts. I think if you use it to get the missing parts, you'll actually be way more efficient using AI or your chat GPT than anything else. If you are walking mindlessly in your business, relying on artificial intelligence to control you, then I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to see any type of growth. There's people on the internet mindlessly using AI to create stuff and to do things and to be told what to do, and they're not getting results. So the bottom line is, I think I should be an AI expert. I think I've never considered myself an AI expert, but after breaking down how I would use AI or my intention to this AI expert I hired, I see a hole in the marketplace. I see that so many people are so focused on the bells and whistles of AI that they're not using the fundamentals of what AI could do today. A lot of people want to build the next big thing and they're relying on AI to create this astronomical project, you bazooka dollars and get you to the level Elon Musk in 6 months. And to me, that's just not realistic. I hate the word realistic, by the way, because I'm not a realist person. I do think big, but I think if people go, I'm going to become the next bazillionaire, and I'm going to use AI to do it, and I'm going to completely disrupt my business, and I'm going to use AI to do it. You're thinking very astronomical, and that's amazing, but is that going to get you results today? Because if you don't even know the business you're in, you can't use tools. AI is a tool. It's not a business partner. AI is not a mentor. AI is not a employee, although it could be to a degree. You need to know the business that you're in. And if you're watching this video and you're like, "Man, Joe, I got to generate some money. I need to do something different." If you don't even know the business you're in, then I can understand why you want to use AI to become successful. But the point is, you got to know what business you're in. You can't just expect. I think a lot of people, and I'm watching, I've been studying YouTube and studying these experts, and I think people are misled. I think people are being misled in this that you could just be it's kind of like, it's kind of like the network marketing phase. It's like, here's another bell and whistle. You could become super successful very quickly. What up, Cliff? What up, Anthony? Look, stay on this video if you want to have some ideas on how to actually use AI to speed up the process because it comes from the fundamentals that I've built businesses. I've built e-com businesses, I built agencies, I built brick and mortar businesses. I understand business building. So I don't need AI to tell me what to do. I tell AI what to do. And I think that's the most important part of this is you need to know your business. If you don't know your business, focus on learning your business, not speeding up the process to build the business that you're in. You can't speed up something you don't know, right? You just can't do it. If I've never built $100,000 business, I can't speed up the process. I need to go through every step of learning what it looks like. I need to understand sales. I need to understand marketing. I need to understand operations. I need to understand people and culture. I need to understand what does it take to go from 0 to 10, then 10 to 30, then 30 to 50 to 100K. Because if I don't understand that and I'm using AI to amplify and to accelerate myself into millions of dollars, I'm going to crash. I am not an AI and you are not an AI. So people need to stop thinking that they are AIs and they could just magically become uber successful very quickly, speeding up the process. Sometimes you need to learn. So here's my rule of thumb on how do I use AI. I don't use AI to teach me stuff. I use AI simply to speed up my own process. Okay. Because a lot of times people want to learn very quickly. I think it's best. Like if you have a question like, hey, is it better to do this or better to this in the scenario of you eating certain food or making a decision on what type of workout to do? I guess AI could fundamentally be perfect. But if you're like, hey, AI, how do I make $100,000 in 30 days? And it's going to give you all these ideas. I think that's not the best use of AI. Decide what business you're going to be in and use AI to speed up the process. For example, if I'm going to create a clothing brand, which is one of my expertise, if I'm going to create a clothing brand, I'm going to decide who I want to create it for. Let's say I'm going to create it for people like Cliff who are in the fitness space and I want to style fitness trainers. So I'm going to go to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, "Hey ChatGPT, I've created clothing brands the last 10 years. I'm going to tell ChatGPT a little bit about myself." Okay, so I'm going to tell ChatGPT, this is who I am, this is what I've done, and this is what I want to do. Secondly, I'm going to tell them the people I want to build the business for. This is my avatar. At least this to a degree, this is who I think my avatar is. And I'm gonna let ChatGPT to lab or to expand that. And then I'm going to say, hey, so I'm looking to build this clothing business. I would like you to identify the top 7 names based off who you know I'm building this for and a little bit based off myself. And then it's going to spit out some names. Then I'm going to say, hey, I don't really like these names. Can you incorporate these type of names to the current names and use it like it's somebody doing the work for you. Don't assume Chat GPT can just give you everything you need to know. You got to have some wisdom too, right? You gotta have some clarity. You gotta have some direction. When I was on the phone call with this AI expert this morning, he was telling me the opposite. He said, "Hey man, you don't need to have direction. Just tell Chat, just rely on AI." And I'm like, "Are you kidding me? You want me to rely?" So he's like, "Yeah, just go to AI and say, hey, I want to create a clothing business. Tell me the best clothing businesses to create." And look, it makes sense. It sounds good, but strategically, it's a big no. I can't rely on AI to just tell me what to do, and I'm the AI just mindlessly doing it. So I can't imagine how many entrepreneurs are operating like this. If this AI expert who gets hundreds of thousands of views on the internet is telling me during a paid consultation, yeah, just trust AI completely. You don't even need to have direction. Just let AI direct you. If he's telling me that, I can't imagine how many entrepreneurs are operating like this. How many people are operating like this? So I want to encourage you guys, if you're catching this and it makes sense to you, have some direction. And if you don't know the direction you need to take, identify that direction first. Don't just mindlessly use AI to give you direction and now you're the AI. You're the person on the leash that ChatGPT is holding on to. Have some space to create some wisdom. And then secondly is I think there's something to be said about the copywriting that AI is doing for a lot of people. A lot of people don't want to be the experts no more when they should, because you're the person who went through the conditioning of learning the expertise you went to or went through, and then you're using AI to just be the expert for you. I don't think that's wise. I think people need to use AI as a brainstorming session or a collaborative session. Then, oh, I'm going to use 100% of the copy that AI spits out for me. People are being lazy. Like even creatives. I'm a creative for 15 years. That's how I got myself into business. I'm a designer. And when I see people just go to ChatGPT and hey, make me a logo and it looks like crap and they're okay with it, I'm like, you guys are being lazy. There's a difference on working smarter and working lazier. And AI is making people work lazier. I'm not talking crap about AI, and I'm not saying AI is a bad thing, but just like any good thing, you need to use it strategically. So I'm encouraging everyone catching this live to be strategic. Don't be lazy. And it needs to be said more because so many people are becoming super lazy. And then their brand is becoming deteriorated because they're just using AI for simply everything. AI text, AI this, AI that. You're gonna AI all over yourself. Like, don't just rely on AI for everything as a tool. If I'm gonna write a text message to my list, I'm just not sure what to write. I'm going to ChatGPT and I'm saying, hey, I'm not too sure what to write a text to my list of 500 motivated entrepreneurs. And my goal with this text is I want them to raise their hand and jump on a Zoom call that's going to be about X, Y, and Z. And most people I send texts to, I don't really get any responses. So I'd like to change that. Give me 5 different options with a max of 100 characters per option that will get my text message list to raise their hand. Boom, chat gpt spits it all out. Boom, 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 boom. I'm not going to take what they tell me and then I'm going to just use it. I'm going to refine it. You need to take it. So what I do is I take the answers, I put it on a Google Doc, I go, okay, this sounds good, but it does not feel like me. It doesn't feel genuine. So then I'm gonna take the ones that feel genuine, I'm gonna revamp it, then I'm gonna spit it back to Chat GPT and say, hey, I took line 1, 3, and 5 and I refined it to this, boom, and I paste it 1, 2, 3. Can you give me a better option? But instead, can you simplify it and make it feel way more spontaneous that I didn't plan to send it? Then it'll go ahead and it'll spit it out again and it'll spit it out. And then I'll go, okay, this looks better, but it's not, it's still not it. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to refine it. I'm going to change one word. I'm going to take out a word. I'm going to add something else. And the 3 lines that I took from Chat GPT originally, maybe it's down to one or maybe it's down to two. Then I'm going to send it back. Hey, I refined it for the second time. I took out a few words, but I'm still not content with this. Can you simplify it a little bit more? Can you make it a little bit more persuading? But I don't want it to feel like this was planned. I still want this to feel very spontaneous. Okay. I'm telling ChatGPT, like I'm being very descriptive on what I wanted to tell, what I wanted to do. So then it does it again. And by this time, to it should be refined to how I want it. Okay. That's how I use it. That's how I use Chat GPT for technically everything. I never use it and then take the first answer it gives me as the end all be all. And what's crazy is a lot of people do this. I was asking the AI expert, like, how often does someone refine their answers on Chat GPT? And he said, most of the time, never. They just go with it. And I was surprised. I was surprised to hear that. but also too, I'm not surprised because that's how people operate in business. They don't refine anything. "Oh, that's a great idea, Imma do it. Oh, that sounds good, Imma do it. Imma do this, Imma do this." They're operating on one action versus a refined there needs to be steps to one action before it's taken. It needs to be refined. So, I'm encouraging you guys, if you're gonna use AI, use it as a tool, use it with some wisdom, and refine the things that AI creates before it's put out to the world. AI is a great tool to have, but just like any tool, just like scissors and just like a pen and just like any tool, it needs to be used strategically. So that being said, this live stream's done. The first live stream ever on this channel. 15 minutes in was the goal, and I'm at 15 minutes and 27 seconds. So let's go. I appreciate you guys. If you're catching this as a replay and you're not subscribed to my channel, hit that subscribe button. I'm going to be blowing this channel. God bless you guys. Peace.